Hi folks, I hope everyone's doing well. I got another pretty cool knife I want to show you today. So first let's take a little spin around the block. Pretty much some of the same stuff, just moved around a little bit. Let's take a zoom in. We haven't took a zoom shot on Big John Henry in a while. Gotta love them Shat Morgans. Uh-oh, what's on the key clump? See a couple fixed knives there, but something's on the key clump. Something new. What does that say? Aha. Now that's just a trial run. The key clump is huge as it is, so I don't know if that's going to end up staying there, but it looks pretty cool today, though. All right, let's take a look at this Voos USA. It's made in the 40s. It's a Barehead jack, two-blade jack. It's basically the same size as a Barlow almost. You could almost put a Barlow bolster on it and call it a Barlow. But look at that bone. Now, Ernest Voos immigrated from Germany to the U.S. in the 1870s, and he started a little shop in New Haven, Connecticut. In 1879, he started the shop. They did like scissors and razors and just little knives, like them little lobster knives with the nail files and stuff. Because he didn't start doing the bigger patterns till like the 1930s. And this was their favorite pattern to do. Look at that bone. This bone is called Rogers Bone, which was a company also in Connecticut. It was called Rogers Manufacturing Company. And that's where Voos got his, bone scales from. And you'll see, if you ever see another one of these, it's not much different except the color and maybe the wear. But Rogers Bone was known for, or Rogers Manufacturing was known for their bone. They would buy it from, it's bovine bone, but they'd import it from South America and Australia, which due to the climate was a little harder bone, but it also took dye better. That's why it's kind of got like a translucent look to it. See how that is? But it chips easier. I got some chips in here. But it's a beautiful bone. There's no way of telling if the bone came from South America or Australia, I'd imagine. But anyway, let's flip it to the other side. And keep the light on just to see how the other side glows. Now this side has less wear on it, but it has, you can see the beautiful jigging. Look at that. I picked this knife up for $18 on eBay. It's got a little age to it. It was made in the 1940s. You can see it's a spear point, but it's kind of got like a drop nose on it. The nose kind of tips down. Let's take the light off. And there's the Voos maker mark. But I'm going to leave some, just their real short articles down in the description box on the Rogers Manufacturing Company, because it's a good read. Because they were like America's best bone cutter. And Winterbottom Company was the best English bone cutter. So it's a good read. And the other article will be on Voos knives. They still call them Voos knives, but I mean the name of the company was, they changed the name in, when was it? 1919. They changed it to New Haven Hardware Specialty Company. I think that's because they were building mostly shears and scissors and razors at that time. But let's take a look at it. It has half stops. Slide that off to the side. All steel construction, steel bolsters, steel pins, steel liners. There's the shape that I was telling you with the first off the blade has a downturn to it, and then the nose on the spear point kind of drops down too. I don't know if this was intended, but the pen blade is seated down in there pretty good, which makes it hard to get at. Oops, I just clipped my nails too. That's not working out. But if you don't clip your nails real short, you can get it out. So I doubt it was intended that way. But on this knife, I kind of like it because if you're going to use the main blade, it's almost like it's a single Barehead knife pattern. You can see pen blade is centered, but I mean, you got to dig the nail down in there to get it. So let's, like I said, it's about the size of a Barlow. I mean, all you'd have to do is put the Barlow bolster on there, and it would probably look just like a Barlow. But let's put this down and throw out some comparisons. Got the Otter Messer and the Burnt Chimney Barlow. And let's put this guy right in the middle. Try and line up the pivots. Got 3 different blade shapes, 3 different handle materials, but pretty much almost the same size. You can see the Barehead and the Barlow are almost the identical size. Seems like the Otter Messer looks a little bit bigger. See what happens if we turn the light on. So as we close out here, I suggest you guys, when you get time, take a look at the links that I put in there. They're all short reads, but they're very informative. It'll give you a little perspective on Rogers bone and Voos knives. Close it out right there. So, until next time, everybody take care. Bye-bye.